Okay, I wanted to do a live video of some of the stuff that I find in Lavic. It's a rock tumbler, the noise you hear in the background. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, and start off with some of these dark green Jaspers. Got some other colors mixed in there as well. Showing up brown on the camera, but it's green. Maybe because of the lighting or whatever. Well, let's move on. Got this nice moss agate right here. The red moss agate. That needs to be tumbled. But when it's done tumbling and polishing, it's going to be super nice. Get this nice piece of Jasper. Yellow, red, and orange in there. I think this is a moss agate with hematite, or a jasper with hematite. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Come on, camera, focus. It's another nice piece of jasper. Just a little bit of moss on the bottom. Okay, let's move on. What do we have next? Another moss agate. It is super tightly packed moss. It's going to be a nice necklace or bracelet. Okay, let's see what's next. Here go another super tight packed moss. Sorry about that. Another super tight packed moss. Look at those patterns in there. Let's see. I'm gonna have to zoom in. Get a better view. That's a little bit better. This kind of reminds me of a plume jasper more than a moss agate. But let's move on. Got other stuff to look at. Look at this nice piece of brachiated, because I was saying brachiated and I heard that brachiated ain't the actual word. It's called brachiated, I guess. Jasper agate. It's super nice. Okay, let's move on. This piece was actually a surprise because it's a moss agate. But The reason I picked it up is because of this crystal pocket on the top of it. And then I didn't even see anything on this side. But when I flipped it over and sprayed it off, it was just super mossy inside. So I was like, oh, that's a definite keeper. That one's definitely coming home with me. And you can see the moss goes all the way through. This is just a thin layer of dirt and grime. Doesn't feel like it washes off, so it needs to be tumbled. So I don't know if I should cut this one and then tumble it, or just leave it like that as a specimen. Anyway, let's move on. Another one I found was this Petroidal one right here. Just looks like regular Jasper, but when you flip it over, you got this Petroidal pocket right here. That's super nice. Here we go, that's the better view. Okay, time to move on. We're moving on to another Petroidal. Come on, camera, focus. One that I found. And look, it's also a moss agate. It's a brown moss agate. I wish I could have found the piece where this came off of. Like a brownish, yellowish moss agate. So, I mean, this one's gonna have to be another specimen, because how do I get that off without damaging it? I mean, you can't. I'll kind of move on. Another really nice moss agate. Got orange, yellow, like reddish. Some chalcedony in there. Got a little tiny Detroito pocket on the top. Super nice colors and patterns. So that one's gonna be another nice necklace or bracelet. Okay, this is probably his little cousin. Pretty much has the same patterns and colors. Again, another super nice find. That's going to be a nice necklace or bracelet. I'm probably going to start cutting ring size pieces and tumbling them, so I can get some rings made out of these moss agates. Now we're moving on to a super like dark brown and darkish yellowish orange moss agate that I found. This is just a slab that I cut, and I see a little fracture right there, so I might cut it again and then throw it in the tumbler, or it might just break like that, or maybe it might just break when I put it in the tumbler. Well, time to move on to the next one. Here we go with this moss agate right here. Just super nice colors, super mossy. There's so much moss in this one. And these are the finds from Lavic. I was thinking about going back out there, but right now I'm taking a break to do some videos and delete old videos out of my phone. And I decided to go live and bring you guys some of these nice finds from out there. Super nice and mossy in there. Okay. Next find, another nice mossy piece. Cut this piece on the saw. That's the little piece that was left over. I'm probably gonna go back on the saw and cut that little piece off before I throw it back in the tumbler. These are some that have already been inside the tumbler. And sorry about that, my phone's going dead. And I took them out the tumbler because I needed some more grit. So now, excuse me, keeping them wet before I throw them back in the tumbler. And I just decided to show you guys what these look like. Look at this nice piece of jasper. Cool patterns everywhere. Put that over there. Okay, look at this one right here. It's like a piece of brachiated jasper. Oh, brachiated. I think he said it's brachiated jasper. Some nice plumes in there. This it's both. One side you see plume, one side you see brachiated. I'm sorry. I gotta look it up myself on Google and see what it says. But anyway, it's time to move on to the next. Here we go with a super dark brown moss agate. Super nice. Just look at those patterns in there. Okay. This one is looking like it's ready for polish stage already. Look at those patterns in there. Plumy, mossy, agate-y goodness. And even got a little druzy cave right here on the bottom. Okay, time to move on. What's next? Another piece of the red moss agate. Tightly packed, orangish red. These are going to be some nice necklaces. And that's the pile over there that I already went through. And here's a nice piece of jasper. And move on. And moving on to this other piece of moss agate. The super mossy. Look at this one. Oh, sorry about that. And sorry about earlier. I knocked down the container that I have Jaspers and Agates and actually knocked the light down again. And look at these patterns in there. Look at those colors. Okay, time to move on. Little tiny piece of jasper right here. It must have broke off of another piece. Or maybe a little chip from the saw. That's another piece of green jasper. It's a nice, super colorful, darker colors though. Moss agate. And you can see just mossy everywhere. This is the rough side and that's the saw side. Okay, time to move on. Here we go with a darker moss agate. Actually, this is a darker plume jasper. This is a piece from the plume jasper I cut. Darker yellow plume jasper that I cut into a few pieces. Okay, what's next? Got this right here. Super dark red plume jasper. It's definitely a jasper. It's a jasper agate. Okay. Look at this jasper agate right here. Just so plumy. And that's the rough side. I don't know if that's hematite. This must be a piece to that other one that I cut originally and that I showed originally earlier. So we're gonna move on. Got a nice little piece of red jasper. All these still need a few more weeks in the tumbler, so I'm just doing this video. Come on, focus, camera. Here we go, another little piece of jasper. Probably a little saw chip. I just threw it in there to tumble along with the rest of them. Like this one as well. Nice plumy brachiated jasper. Brachiated. Brachiated, whatever it's called. You jump back to another piece of that dark, mossy stuff. Look at those patterns in there. Okay, time to move on. Two little chips of Jaspers. Probably came off when I was cutting. So I just threw them in a mix as well to have some smalls while I'm tumbling. Look at this Jasper agate. A little tiny slab of Jasper agate. Okay. What's this? Another piece of that really nice plumy Jasper agate. Okay. And I think this is another piece of the one that had the hematite. Okay. Oh, it's another piece of green jasper. Another piece of that brachiated. I'm so sorry about this. I'll look up the pronunciation later, so I won't be having this problem again. Super nice, mossy, and plumy. A little bit of that Becca. Look at this little tiny Jasper agate. Oh my gosh, the colors and patterns on this thing. God knows what he's doing with these beauties. Yeah, that was nice, but it's time to move on. Got a little piece of yellow jasper that made its way into the tumbler. Got this super nice, mossy, plumy Jasper agate. Little tiny piece of jasper, and then we have a few more chips. And bits of different things. Jasper agates, jasper, moss agate. Those are gonna go over there, and I guess I saved the last four, the best four for last. Look at how red that is. And it's like yellowish orange red at the top. Got a quartz pocket in there. Look like 3 druzy quartz pockets. And put that one to the side. And then we got this dark mossy, plumy Jasper agate. Here go the jasper. Here go the mossy, plumy stuff. Look at those little bands in there. Okay. And here we go with this super nice Jasper agate. Plumy, mossy Jasper agate. Mainly red jasper, and look at all that chalcedony in there. Even got a little druzy pocket up there. Flip it over to the side and look at the patterns. Look at this goodness. God, I'm painting some beautiful pictures. And that was the second best, and then I guess this is the best. Brachiated, brachiated, whatever it's called. Just all kinds of oranges and yellows. And chalcedony everywhere. I guess we can move on to something else, because I have more in there that I can show. So let's move on to this other botryoidal one. Just like some pink botryoidal, like I had earlier, like purplish botryoidal, darkish. And then we have some bands. Look at the bands, and they go all the way around. And there's a little quartz pocket in there. Druzy quartz pocket in there. Okay, let's see what else we should bring out and show. Another like botryoidalish druzy pocket that I found. There's just so many different another botryoidal one. Some of them, these need to be in like an ultrasonic cleaner, which I don't have right now. Oh, whoa. Oh, that was what I already showed. And then I find stuff like this, druzies. That's another one that needs to go in the ultrasonic cleaner as soon as I get one. And if you're looking for bands, look at these bands. Even though the host rock is not really good, the bands are still all the way around. You see some of that host rock in between there, and then on top as well. And let me see what else I'm gonna pull out of here and show. Got another quartz. Druzy piece that I found. Another one that needs to go in an ultrasonic cleaner. I mean, and it's just tons and tons of, talk about bands. Is it this one? This one has some really nice bands as well. Look at the bands at the top, the more pronounced ones, but then look at the ones at the bottom. Let me see what else. This one right here has some faint bands right there, and it's kind of shaped like a D. Here you go. And then we have some other bands on the same crystal, but on the opposite side. But this side is shaped like a D. Let me see if I can get a better picture again. There we go. Leave that one there. What else? I mean, I find tons of these banded ones over there as well. Little waterline banding going through this one. Very faint, then a little druzy vug in the middle. And then bands on this side as well. And then a druzy vug inside. Very tiny, but it's in there. And let me see what else I want to show. Oh. Just like, sorry about that. Some dirt on there. Where did it go? Oh. It's like a blue druzy. I mean, it's like a blue botryoidal. Looking like fire agate. I see some colors coming through from under there. Like some pink, or just flashing a little bit of pink. But yeah, I mean, there's tons more in here I can pull out and show. Very super tightly packed bands. If you're not looking at this piece with your naked eye, you're not going to see them. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Another piece of druzy quartz that I found. Cluster. And I found this little piece of chalcedony. It sounds like a little druzy top. And then I look in the back, and there's some faint bands back there. But then I look around it, and there's bands on the side. So that's another reason I brought this one home. Let me turn on. Let me see what else is next. I guess this one. That's a nice waterline band that goes pretty much all around the bottom. And on the top is druzy quartz that needs to be cleaned off. Back in there. I'm gonna move on to this one with these really nice bands. Look at those bands. And the bands go all the way around. Needs to be cleaned up. Let me see what else is next. This one has some very faint bands. Not showing up, but it has some very faint blue bands. Let me see. Showing up a little bit right there. Right here. In that area. And there's thin bands that run around the top. In this area. Okay, time to move on. What else should I show? I guess another botryoidal. There's tons of botryoidal out there. So if botryoidal's your thing, then you'll be in the right place out there. And what is this? No, this is a moss agate. Oh, must have just snuck his way in there. with like some kind of botryoidal right there. Very small ones right here and in there. No wonder it got stuck in there. This one is another one that has some very faint bands. And then we got this cool wavy band pattern over here. Okay. Next, we got this chipper Jasper with a botryoidal cave in here. So again, and then another piece of botryoidal coming out the other side. Double botryoidal piece of Jasper. Okay, what's next? I think I've seen this one had some faint banding. Yeah, it was just right here on this side. It's fractured, so probably can't see it that well. And again, here we go with another botryoidal on a piece of Jasper agate. Another piece of banded chalcedony. The bands didn't go all the way through on that one. And look at this little botryoidal piece of chalcedony that I found. I think this little tiny one has some crazy bands. Hold on. The bands look like they got distorted. See some faint bands back there. Very faint bands. This one has some faint bands in the background. I need to cut this front piece off this nodule, half a nodule, and see the bands inside. This one is another one that has bands as well. Got a couple bad spots that need to be cut off so you could be able to see the bands better. And this one was a kind of weird one, because it's like some kind of black crystals forming inside there. And then so it's just like a piece of chalcedony. I thought I'd seen a botryoidal cave, but it's actually more different than that. It's some mossy with some kind of black crystals going inside. Some kind of dendrites. And let's move on. Oh, this one. We're gonna move on to this one. This one has some crazy bands. Let's move on to this druzy quartz little piece on top of a little piece of moss agate with a little bit of banding going around the side. Focus camera. And the bands go all the way around. It's a very tiny piece, but it's really nice. Let's see what next. I guess this tiny piece right here has some crazy bands. Faint but crazy. And on the other side as well. This one has crazy lines through it. Oh, you missed some of the other ones. So here's something you missed. Come on, camera, focus. I'll post the video later so you can see the whole video. But this is just some of the stuff that I have in my rock tumbler that's going to be necklaces pretty soon. And stuff like this. But I'll post the video so you can watch the whole video as well. I sure do have carnelian. I have tons of carnelian. Let me see. Do I have any carnelian right here? No, the carnelian's in my living room. But I have tons of carnelian. It's just in my living room and my girlfriend's sleeping right now. So I can show you carnelian. A little small carnelian right here. With some bands. But I have tons of carnelian. If you want carnelian, I can make you a carnelian necklace. Hold on 1 second. Let me go look for some carnelians. I'll be right back. Babe. Where is that container? Oh. One second. You lost your bracelet at work. Yeah, if somebody finds that, they're not going to return it. You know how those people are right there in that place. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for the carnelians. I have tons of other stuff as well. Okay, carnelians. Let's see. Here's a carnelian right here. Dendritic carnelian. Sorry, that's too bright. And there's another carnelian right there as well. I think that's all the polished carnelians I have right now. Yeah, I sold a carnelian necklace. Okay, I can make a carnelian necklace for you. I'm not gonna be there Sunday. I'm gonna be there Monday. So if you're gonna be there Monday, I can bring it for you Monday. And then like, hold on, let me zoom out. Then like you could pick like another stone to put in your necklace as well. So you can have the carnelian, and then you can have another one of these that'll fit the necklace, and you can swap them out whenever you feel like it. So yeah, but I have tons of carnelian, but as far as polished carnelians right now, I only have 2 left. But I can get more carnelians easily. These are the last 2. So I'm gonna show you them. So if you see any one that you like, you could be like, "Oh, I like that one," and then I could bring it with me with the necklace as well. Okay. Let me see. This is another one that I found that was super nice. Okay. Oh, my necklaces. All my necklaces are gonna be 15 unless I have to like go out and specifically like travel a long distance to get like the crystal. But most of them are, all my necklaces are usually 15. And look at this one right here. This one I found on the side of the road. And if you're interested in going out and looking for your own crystals, let me know, and I can set up a day where me, you, and some other people that go out and look for crystals, you can go out and find your own. I mean, bring some home to your children, or you know, maybe they'll like stuff like this. I'm not too sure. All the kids in my apartments, they love these. Okay, what's next? Another quartz cluster that I found. This has to go in the ultrasonic cleaner because it's just super dirty. Another quartz cluster with some banding on the bottom. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. It's some beaches that we can go to get some, since it's gonna be hot, or it's another area up here. Depends on what colors. There's 2 places. That one that's close by to my house, it has pink. Ones with pink bands, pink and orange, pink and 2 different color pinks, orange and black. And then these ones you see right here all came from one area that's off the 40 freeway. It's called Lavic. You could Google it, just Lavic, or just Google Lavic Street or Ludlow. It's not exactly in Ludlow, it's a few miles from Ludlow. It's in Newberry Springs area, but all this stuff right here can be found in that one area. So I mean, but we just got to make sure that it's not hot, because when it's hot, it's rattlesnakes, and I do not want anybody to be around rattlesnakes because they're very aggressive and territorial. So yeah, but I can always check the weather and make sure it's a cold day, and you just park on a dirt road and not even 200 feet away from where you park, you can start finding all this kind of stuff. So I mean, I'm supposed to be going next week, maybe, I'm not too sure exactly what date. I'm still trying to contact everybody and set up exactly what day works perfectly for everyone before I decide to be like, oh, we're gonna go on this day. But it's gonna be sometime next week that we're gonna go out and collect. So if you're interested, just let me know, and I'll let you know exactly what date it is, and just let me know what days you're free, and I can try to work that in, because I'm trying to work around everybody's schedule. Oh wow, another Detroito right here. And it's just tons of stuff to pick up. It's not like you gotta dig it out of the ground. It's not no hard labor to get this stuff. So yeah, you're welcome. So you can just pick it up, and then if you want, you can get your kids a rock tumbler. That's the rock tumbler right there. You just put the rocks in there with a little bit of water and some grit, which you can buy off Amazon, and they tumble for a few weeks, and after a few weeks they'll be nice and shiny like necklaces and stuff like that. I mean, like the ones I have in the necklaces, so you can, like, I mean, maybe if they're interested, I mean, that's something what they can do so they can start making their own money. But I think those are all the ones I wanted to show off for now. I have tons more in here. This one might be a fire agate. I think this one's a fire agate. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna go to my club later on today, because I joined the club up here, and they have one down in San Bernardino as well, but I mean, it doesn't matter. You can join one up here. You don't have to come every week, but it's usually on Saturdays, and you could go in and use their equipment. They have professional equipment that you can use, and they teach you how to use it. They even teach you how to do silversmithing. This lady there that has a class. I don't know how much that one costs, but the club that I joined is only $35 a year, and you go out on field trips. They take you out to collect stuff like this in different places as well. So that's another option for you as well. Oh, there's another one right here. That's Detroito, but it definitely needs to get in the ultrasonic cleaner. So, yeah. But that's the rest right there. Nothing really too spectacular in there. Just a couple pieces of chalcedony and stuff like that. And I'm gonna show you guys another video of some different stuff. So I'm gonna go live later, because I have some stuff that I find right here, kind of close to my house in Phelan. Let me see if I found a piece in here. I think it's a piece in here somewhere. Right here. And some pink bands in this one. And I'll do a video later of those. Right now they're in their trunk, so I'll get them out later and I'll go live then. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll definitely make your necklace. And let me know which one you've seen in the video that you like, so I can pick it out for you. The polished ones especially, because the other ones, once these dry, they go back to looking all dull. See, one piece is wet, one piece is dry, because they're not polished. But whichever other crystal that you see in here that you like, you can choose from. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna start the other video maybe in about 30 minutes to an hour. Fix breakfast for my girl and stuff like that, and get the stuff out the car and get them into this container so you guys can see what they look like. And see you later. Oh, and I'll definitely bring the necklace for you on Monday if you're gonna be there. And see you guys on the next video, which will probably be in the next 40 minutes. Thank you. Bye.